Good evening. It's Jules here, and I'm joined by Tom. How are you going, Tom?
Very good. Looking forward to getting into some Champ Men Big V basketball.
Absolutely. First home game of the season for a very new look Wyndham basketball club. And obviously last season, one of the most spectacular grand finals, Wyndham beating McKinnon by 1 point. Wow, that was amazing. But that was last season, and this is the new season, and we're excited to be here. Sunbury, what happened last week, Tom?
Sunbury started the season 1-1 over the weekend. They went down to Hume 114-64, but bounced back with a win over Ballerine 103-92, which was mostly led by Josh York-Fraser's 38-point blowout. Just unreal performance from him last week, and that's what got Sunbury over the line for their first win of the year.
Yeah, spectacular. He sort of slow out the gate. I think he only had 4 points versus Hume, but as you said, just exploded against Ballerine. A very efficient 38 too. And Wyndham, unfortunately, first game was a loss at Keysborough. They played well. Few things that they need to work on, but so far, what I've seen in a limited sample size, they've got a lot of length, a lot of athleticism. They'll be coached well by Stuart McMurray, and I think they should be competitive.
Absolutely. Xavier Cotton, very impressive last week. Had the 15 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists, and he'll be one to watch again tonight.
Absolutely. Malik Miller also had 20-odd, I think
27 and 9.
27 and 9. Very impactful. And, okay, so here we go. Starters for Sunbury. We've got 15 Gladden, 14 Kirkman, 12 Rag, 11 Marshall, and York Fraser, number 2.
And for Wyndham, we've got 1 McCalk, 7 Cotton, 8 Dutt, 14 Stukovsky, and 25 Malik Miller. Looks like we're about ready to get into it.
And as we said, Wyndham completely different side. I believe they only return one player, Bo Cossack, and unfortunately I saw him on crutches, so we might not get to see him for a while.
He might not be out there tonight.
Hopefully, without knowing, and we'll find out and we'll let you guys know. Hopefully nothing too serious. He has come across from the NBL 1, obviously last year with Wyndham, part of that championship team, but before then NBL 1 with the Melbourne Tigers, so pretty impressive pedigree. And he didn't get as many minutes as he would have on another team last season, but what we saw of Bo, very, very impactful player.
Wyndham win the tip.
And that's going to be Stefkovsky. Played a bit of college ball, as I understand, recently.
Getting hounded on D there.
That's Marshall with the ball. Gladden, easy layup. And they're right into it with a lot of pressure.
Fraser already registering a steal as well. Xavier Cotton. 3-ball goes up. No good. Marshall rebound, pushing the pace. Let's see what happens here.
Will Fraser, he is quick.
Stripped himself.
Oh, excellent work there. That's number 8, David Duke, who had some monstrous jams. 2 of them, I believe, last week in Wyndham's loss versus Keysborough. He'll go to the line.
Try and open the account for the evening.
And Wyndham last season played with a lot of pace. So it'll be interesting as he makes the first. Interesting what sort of Stuart McMurray brings to this team, and how he likes his style of play. As he makes the second.
Gladden bringing the ball up. York Fraser getting hounded. Gladden's going to go to the hole. A lot of contact, can't finish. He'll go to the line for 2.
And Gladden, a new signing for Sunbury. last week against Bellarine, 21 points, 9 rebounds. So he's had quite an impressive pro career, playing in Portugal and Ireland, amongst other places. So, yeah, pretty lucky to have him here in the Big V as he makes the first. Unlucky with a second. Stefkovsky, no good for that one. Sunbury, Marshall's got the ball. They'll look to push.
Shot's good. Cooper Kirkman opening his account for the evening.
Kirkman, very nice jump shot, and he showcased that against Bellarine.
Stefkovsky can't make him pay there. Here comes Gladden. Marshall kicks out. Bragg. York Fraser.
That's great D.
Great D. Stolen by McCall.
And just the length of disrupting York Fraser.
Cotton kicks to Miller. Contested 3 balls up. No good. York Fraser brings down the board. See what he can create here.
The captain, Marshall. That's good D by
Great
Stefkovsky.
Left it a bit short there. Marshall and 1. Foul called on Xavier Cotton.
Gets the lucky roll. And he's been in the lanes. Very disruptive. Good start from Sunbury as they lead 7-2.
Stefkovsky checking out of the game for Lizelle Mataika, coming in for his first minutes.
And Mataika has been a local, at least more recently. Played with the youth league with Stuart McMurray, last season. He's very well known to the Wyndham area. As Miller gets the rebound.
McCall kicks out. Mataika, 3 ball. Yep.
Beautiful. What a way to enter your game. And that's what he's there to do.
Yep, that was a nice shot there from Mataika. Bragg, what's he going to do with it? Goes inside to Gladden. Working in the paint. Kicks out, 3 ball. York Fraser, no good. Mataika, Cotton, take your pick. Who wants it?
We did get 16 boards last week.
Yeah.
That's great ball movement.
Nylon.
Again. Very unselfish play from Wyndham. Great ball movement.
York Fraser, just a 3 off. No good. Cotton, there's another rebound. McCall for 3, no good. And there'll be a foul called on Malik Miller.
Malik Miller may have said 27 points last week. A very efficient 27 points.
He's going to go for a quick breather. And Simon Bradbury checking in for his first minutes tonight.
Simon Bradbury, some experience with more recently with Melbourne Tigers, also the Melbourne Tigers in the NBL 1.
Any
Pretty
relation
impressive.
to Stephen at all?
I'm not sure about that.
An Australian icon.
Absolutely, haven't heard that name in a while. And that Kirkman goes for 2. Had a big game last week against Bellarine. And how was the women's game?
Oh, definitely. It was unfortunate that it blew out a fair bit, but I think there's definitely a lot of positives to take out of it. I thought Sydney Skinner really impressive again with after last week, played well again tonight. And Brianna Bailey was really good as well, I thought. But yeah, I think it's a long season and they'll be right.
Always hard when you're bringing in a whole new, well, virtually whole new roster.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a very different team to last year.
Which makes, I guess, obviously Wyndham lost last week, but I was still quite impressed. I mean, a whole new bunch of guys. They look quite good. They look fluid. They look like they've been putting in the work and playing a lot of ball in the off season. That's Matoko who drew the foul. And we've got Miller checking back in for Dutt.
Well, it's never going to be a long breather.
Nah.
Expecting big things from Malik Miller this season.
Absolutely.
Bradbury.
Able to score in such a different way. Oh, that was lovely.
Oh, that's a nice finish.
Beautiful little scoop shot.
Good way to open the account.
Oh, that's a beautiful no look. Unable to finish. That was very nice from the captain.
McCall for three. Yep. How about that? Wyndham are off and running.
And that's one of the things last season that they did so well. Shoot the three ball. They had numerous guys close to 40%. So obviously, to win in this league, you need as Marshall goes to the bucket for a nice two. To win in this league, you need to be able to hit the three ball.
Absolutely. As most professional leagues in the world, it's pretty important these days.
Is Cotton able to draw a foul, and he'll go to the line for two. Done a good job on York Fraser so far. I say so far.
So far.
He's a guy that can get hot real quick. I think he had about 17 or 18-ish. I might be off, but only by a point or two last week in the first quarter. So obviously it was,
It doesn't need long to blow a game right open.
And watching that video, I could hear him. I could see him. I couldn't quite hear what he was saying, but I knew he was talking to people in the Bellarine crowd. So healthy amount of trash talk, I think. Maybe from
nothing
them to
wrong
him.
with that. Hopefully nothing comes our way tonight.
Especially when you're cooking like that.
Yeah.
Nice close game so far, 13-12.
Yeah. 4 minutes 50 remain in the first. Ref's just having a bit of a discussion. Bear with us. I think we're in for a close one tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we've got ourselves a timeout. And we'll have to welcome the RMIT Redbacks into the championship division. Last year they won Division 1. Great to have them in the championship division, and they're off to a good start, having a good win last week versus Melbourne Uni.
Wow. Well, congratulations to them for making the championship division. Yeah.
It's always interesting to see teams when they move up a division. Keysborough is one team that's now probably, I think, 2 or 3 years in the championship division, but they sort of fairly recently moved up, and virtually straight away, super competitive.
Yeah, that's good. So at this first break, Lizelle Mataika leading scoring for Wyndham with 6 points already, going 2 for 2 from deep. Be interesting if you can keep that up all night. And Cooper Kirkman with 5 for Sunbury. Yeah.
And he might have to. One of the things that we can see is Wyndham only having 8 players, I believe, and it was 8 players last week. So putting that into context, they did relatively well. That's hard to do, right? Up and gun, 40-minute game. It's hard to do it with 8 players. So guys like Mataika will have to step up, hit those threes.
All right, finally, we're back at the line. Xavier Cotton, shooting 2. Such an impressive performance last week.
Yeah, the 16 rebounds. That's a lot of rebounds.
That's a lot of rebounds. Also, you know, finding the 5 dimes as well in there. Second's good.
There's a player, Cavion Green, that was with Wyndham a couple of years ago, and last year with Bellarine that had, I think, like a 30.21 rebound game or something like that. Last year's MVP, so we'll get to watch him when Hume comes to town.
Yep, that'll be good. Looking forward to it.
It's Cotton, right on cue, another rebound.
Mataika feeds Bradbury inside. Finds Mataika again, finishes. How good's that?
Beautiful dime. Great vision. Don't you love a big man that can pass like that? Great cut, but Mataika up to 8 points.
Nikola Jokic-esque.
I love it.
Oh, Marshall answers back with a 3 of his own. Cotton. 16-15. 4 minutes to go.
Stops, pops, no good.
Good. Bradbury. Oh, board. Foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Right place, right time. Able to get the offensive rebound. I believe he's listed as over 7 foot.
He is very large. All right, substitution for the Jets. Jack Betson coming into the game. Josh York-Fraser going to have a seat. And, yeah. Wyndham will try and capitalise without him on the floor. First one's no good. Gladden. Here comes Marshall. Swings the ball back to Gladden. Betson. Getting hounded by Mataika.
It's Skandaris in the corner. He can shoot it.
Oh, jam. Byron Gladden.
That was nice. Didn't need any room.
No. McCow kicks out to Cotton. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Back out to McCow. No good. Bradbury cleans up. Going to work inside. Can't finish. Marshall with the board.
And Gladden brought in, that's Skandaris for 3, no good. Gladden brought in to really add to that sort of inside presence where Sunbury, you could say, was kind of lacking last season.
Yeah.
He'll definitely help that.
Mataika leaves that one short, and that'll be Wyndham ball.
Nice close game so far, 16-17 with 3 minutes left.
Miller being guarded by Gladden. Takes him on. Can't finish. Rebound. He goes again. Yep. Malik Miller, too strong.
There's a nice little fake there.
Yeah.
Unable to finish, but able to clean up his own miss.
Here comes Miller again. Let's see what he can create here. Dishes to Mataika. Who goes back to Miller, back to Mataika.
Wasn't ready for it.
Marshall to the hole. 2 points good.
Good finish under pressure. He can really run and break, Marshall.
He's got himself up to 9 points already.
Leading scorer.
Yep.
Cotton looking to create.
Can't finish.
Skandaris with the rebound. Good pressure by Wyndham. Sunbury will get it back. As Stefkovsky looks to check back in. He'll take off McCalk. Marshall over Bradbury, no good. Cotton, another
There's
rebound.
another one.
We'll have to check the rebound tally at quarter time.
He's getting there.
Oh. What do they say? Never fake a backdoor cut? Do they still say that?
I think they still say that. I think that's universal. Oh, Cotton throws it away.
Scandaris, way off.
There's another board for Cotton. That's 5 already. Offensive foul called on Bradbury. Couldn't do much more there.
Yep.
Wrong place, wrong time for the big fella.
As Dutt checks in for Cotton.
Gladden. Betson. Out to Marshall. Oh. No good. Rebound Miller. Mataka feeds Bradbury. Tchaikovsky. Can he make something happen here? 30 seconds left in the quarter. 18-19. Dish out. Mataka for 3. Oh, no good. And that'll be a shot clock violation. What can Sunbury come up with here with 20 seconds to go in the first?
Good defense there by Sunbury. Let's see what they got. Maybe something for Gladden.
A Dutt checking in for his first minutes tonight. Marshall carrying most of the load so far for Sunbury.
Yeah, had a
Been
great
impressive.
first quarter. Just takes it all the way. That's good defense.
4 seconds. All right, well, that's one quarter in the books. 19-18 in favor of Sunbury. And yeah, it's been a good first quarter. What have you thought of it so far?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of, I expected this one to be a nice close one. I'm still sort of Sunbury returning, I think, 6 or 7 players. Wyndham, I'm still sort of getting to know their guys and sort of, obviously they've recruited well, how they'll play, you know, where they'll likely sort of sit in the pack. But the truth is, it's still sort of early days. So yeah, good game so far. No one really sort of jumping out so far, except for Marshall.
He's been solid so far.
Captain.
Very good.
Yeah.
9 points, 3 rebounds in the first, leading by example.
Yeah, I would like to see York Fraser get a little bit more involved, get a few more looks. But look, that could be testament to the defense that Wyndham have put on him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hasn't scored yet, so but as we know, Tom, he can get cooking real quick.
Yeah,
so.
he can get hot. Bit of a microwave, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's. I don't think we'll be looking at a 0 next to his name for much longer. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what Nathan Haywood and the Sunbury coaches come up with. Probably, you know, if you're in their situation, are you running something for Haywood to start the second quarter? Sorry, not for Haywood, for York Fraser to start the second. They really need to get him going because, you know, last weekend he was their MVP.
Yeah. And last week he shot a lot of threes, but he has a lot of speed, so I think he can hurt you in a lot of different ways. Going back a few seasons, Sunbury had a guy, one of the top players in the league, Ish Sanders. He was phenomenal. Last season, played in the NBL 1 for Hills Hornets in Sydney. And now, for those Sunbury fans watching, You might already know this, but just in case, I did my research. He's playing in Slovenia.
Oh,
So
very cool.
it's interesting. He was, one of my favourite guys to watch in the 2023 season. As we start the second quarter with Sunbury up by 1.
Quick shout out to Malik Miller, who's definitely got the best kicks out there tonight.
Oh, yeah. Bit of a sneaker head, Tom.
I like my shoes, definitely.
Yeah.
Almost. York Fraser almost opens the account. Travel. Caught on Malik Miller.
And that's all right. I mean, they need to give him looks. So any sort of good open 3, he needs to just take them. We know he can hit them. Last season he shot at a high clip. They just need to get him the ball. As Betson gets the ball. Skandaris. Shot clock winding down. Oh, fade away.
That's a wild one.
With Malik Miller on him, guarding him closely, that was always going to be a tough one.
McCow.
As we see Adut, number 22. I believe that's his first minute. That's Miller posting up. Let's see what he's got.
4 seconds on the clock.
Good patience, but unlucky. York Fraser, it's going to be a ball screen here. That's good defense. That's great defense by Adut. And they need to finish that, and they do!
How good's that? Highlight plays from Malik Miller. Expect those all season long.
And that all started with the length of David Dutt getting in the lanes, disrupting stuff. Excellent. Oh, wait for it again. That's going to be a foul.
Bit greedy there, trying to get the 2.
He's smiling.
Didn't do much wrong there, though.
Yeah.
No.
Just stuck his hand in the cookie jar there, but
yeah.
That's all right.
Betson inbounds to York Fraser. He's going to get going sooner or later. You can just feel it.
Skandaris. That's Betson. 3.
No good. Malik Miller pulls it down.
So, going to be a foul on 5. Skandaris.
20-19. We've got a close one.
Absolutely. That's what you want.
Absolutely. Always better to call a close game than a bit of a blowout. So.
Yeah.
McCow. Oh, stripped by York Fraser. Oh, and that's smart play from York Fraser.
Great hustle.
Tipped it out off McCow's heel there. And Sunbury come up with the ball. Subs. Marshall comes back into the game along with Jeremy Ragg.
And I believe Joseph Daly as well. A few substitutions there.
Group substitution.
And that's great pressure from both teams, really. You can sort of feel the defensive intensity rise here.
Definitely. Late in the shot clock. Yep.
Beautiful feed from Marshall to Ragg. Nice little backdoor cut.
Yep.
Like to see a little bit more of that with Wyndham. I know they're capable of it.
Here comes Ragg. Let's see what he can create here. Marshall, he'll look to go to the hole. Can't finish. Gladden gets another offensive board. Goes up again. Fouled. Oh, that was just hustle. That was impressive. Absolutely. From Byron Gladden there.
Great intensity going after the rebounds.
Lozelle Mataika checking back into the game, who had a very impressive first quarter, I thought. Hit a couple of threes and also that nice left-hand finish at the basket.
Absolutely. 8 points.
Xavier Cotton coming in for Malik Miller is going to have a quick breather. Don't think he'll be on the bench for too long, though.
No, not with 8 players.
No.
And his impressive performance. They need him out there.
Absolutely.
As Gladden misses the first.
21-20. We've got ourselves a good old-fashioned dogfight, it looks like.
I think it will be a close one, Tom.
Yep.
Last week, Wyndham went into the zone against Keysborough. See if they mix it up tonight. So far, not. I don't think. I think they've mostly been in a man. Maybe that's by design. They don't want. Obviously, when you go into a zone, it can be dangerous. It can be effective, but you've got guys like York Fraser just waiting to put up threes. You've got to be careful going into the zone.
Absolutely. Stojkovski.
Let's do it. Nice little Euro.
Finishes.
Beautiful.
Beautiful step there.
It's Gary. Gladden. York Fraser. It's good D by McCow. Jump
That's
stops.
a nice move. And York Fraser, he's ready to rock and roll, and he's off the mark. First 2 points.
That wasn't bad defense by McCow, but
absolutely
great body control, able to stop. I don't know what that shot was, but he just looked at control though.
He knew what he was doing. We didn't, but he did.
And it's a turnover. It's going to be a timeout.
Timeout Sunbury. Decent crowd here tonight at the Eagle Stadium.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
It'll be good to, hopefully the numbers grow throughout the season as well.
Yeah.
Early days. Hopefully another competitive season for Wyndham in the Champ Men.
There was one game 2 seasons ago that we did. It was actually not Champ Men's. It was Wyndham Youth, which was Division 1 at that time. 2023, I want to say, versus Hume, and we could not hear a word. It was so loud, partly from the Wyndham supporters, but Hume always bring it, had a big crowd, and Eagle Stadium was just ruckus. It was awesome.
Just rocking.
A few other games tonight.
Any updates around the league?
Spoiler alert, so if you don't want to be spoiled,
Cover your ears.
Cover your ears, but we've got here Keysborough beating Shepparton. Is that a full-time score? Yeah, I believe it is. Keysborough, pretty dominant performance. Shepparton, one of Wyndham's main players, Aaron Dolney, last season, winning a championship with him. He's with Shepparton, 12 points. Shout out to Aaron Dolney and his family. As Marshall brings it up, 24-22 with 6:40 left. And it looks like Wyndham, there you go, in a zone now. So let's see how this works for him.
This might not work out. Works out this time.
Well, we talked about York Fraser gets good looks,
well,
didn't we?
That's the first look, and he's going to let him fly. Oh. Cotton. Kicks it out. Stojkovski, 3. Yep.
Great find by Cotton. And the triple from Stojkovski.
Great form there. York Fraser. Again. Can't finish, but similar kind of step to his last basket. Late call there.
Dowley just strips it. Yeah, the very pronounced jump stop, right? But
very
effective. That's Kirkman checking back in. Had a big game last week versus Bellarine. If they're in a zone, look for Kirkman to get a lot of looks. See if he can bust this zone up for Sunbury.
Gladden. Marshall. Bit of a barometer so far for Sunbury. Nathan Marshall, he's That's 2 more points for Josh York Fraser. He's got 4 now. Hear the "Let's Go Wyndham" chants coming.
I love it.
That's nice.
Oh, unlucky. That was a nice move by Stojkovski.
Rag pushing with pace. Marshall kicks out.
Kirkman.
Can't finish.
In and out. Good defense by Wyndham. Do it with the rebound and they'll look to push. That was excellent execution of the zone defense there.
Xavier Cotton wants the assist, can't get it from McCalc. Marshall pushing the pace, kicked out, here comes, oh no, York Fraser could have had the assist of the year there.
Definitely great rebound by Rag, just out of nowhere. Looks like he's got some hops.
Sneaky hops.
Kirkman, that's what he does. No good.
Oh, there he is
another
again.
one. They need to get a body on him.
Oh, stolen by McCalc. 2-on-1 break. Wyndham should finish. No. Thrown it off the foot. York Fraser's going to come down the other end. Can he make him pay? No. Sunbury will remain possession.
And Miller and Bradbury check in. Yeah, that was, they'll be wishing they could get that one back again.
When you're off to the races and, yeah, the horse falls over on the finish line. Time out here. 4 minutes 20 to go in the second. Nice competitive game as we like it in the Big V.
So moving on from the Big V for a little bit. I see you've got CG43 there. Chris Golding on the back of your phone. Watch much NBL this past season?
Yeah, I'm a very avid Melbourne United fan. I made the trip up to Wollongong twice during the Grand Final series, which was unfortunate we couldn't get it done. But no, yeah, it's I love the NBL, love Melbourne United, and you know it's great.
Oh, that's excellent. Great commitment.
Oh, absolutely.
What was it like there in Wollongong? Was it quite wild?
It was quite.
Being a United fan also?
Yeah, it wasn't great for us, to be honest, but you know, credit to their playing group. They were great. Their fans, yeah, let it left a bit to be desired. Yeah, you know, but yeah, it was another good season for United, and I can't wait for next season.
I grew up in Canberra and close to Wollongong, Illawarra, and played a lot there, and it was always a tough place to play.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that. All
Yeah.
right, 4 minutes and 19 left as Sunbury lead 26-25. Nice close game, Tom.
Yeah, exactly what we wanted. Much funner to call a close game.
Yeah.
Gladden, Kirkman finds Rag, he'll finish, and one.
Rag's been the energizer bunny, just cutting, moving, good offensive rebounds, and able to get a nice little two there, and he'll go to the line.
4 points, 3 rebounds in 9 minutes of play time, and he'll be looking to make that 5 points now.
Stefkovsky checks back in.
2 of those 3 rebounds were offensive boards as well, though, which just makes it so much more impressive.
Yeah. Wyndham did have an issue last week with Keysborough, who I think got 23 offensive rebounds, and that was one of the reasons, in my opinion, that the game got away from them a little bit. That's far too many in the Big V Championship Division. Nice little hezzy there from Kirkman.
Yep.
Oh,
finds 2 more. 5-point buffer. Mataika in the corner. Fakes. Lets it go, and he's hit it. He is making it rain tonight. That's his 3rd triple.
Up to 11 points. A very efficient 11 points too, coming off the bench.
That 5-point buffer brought back to 2 now. 3-3-3 remaining in the half. Just getting the floor wipers out. And we're back.
Marshall, and he's had a really efficient game so far, controlling the tempo, scoring. Well, that's going to be a foul.
Been a little bit quiet this second quarter, but you know, I'm sure that won't last as well.
And then that was on Stefkovsky, if I'm not mistaken.
Wyndham over the limit, so Sunbury into the bonus. Marshall at the line. First one's good. He's moved into double figures now, 10 points. The captain of this Sunbury Jets squad.
Averaged 11 rebounds, 11 points, 4 rebounds last season.
And he's up to 11 points now. Could be in for a big year. Here comes McCouk. Kicks out to Mataika. Has he got another one in him? No good. Gladden. York Fraser. He's going to go alone. Can't finish.
And who is it down there again?
Rag. He's everywhere because he's cleaning it up. McCouk finds Miller.
Beautiful find.
Stikowski. How good is that?
They share the ball quite well, Wyndham, and
Yeah.
that was evident last week against Keysborough. Some lovely backdoor cuts.
Great example of team basketball.
Yeah.
A lot of kids here tonight watching. They'll be taking a few pointers from the great teamwork from Wyndham.
As McCouk gets his hands in the lane, unable to get the steal. Gladden.
Shot clock there.
That's
No
great
good.
defense.
He didn't even try and claim it. He knew that one wasn't up in time.
Let's see what Wyndham go with.
So far from Wyndham, no one's impressed me more than Mataika.
Yeah.
He's had a really great half.
He's very efficient too, taking good shots.
Bradbury finds Miller down low.
That's a good option.
Yep, that's good. 32 all, 2:15 to go.
Miller up to 6 points. They'll want to look to exploit that in the second half.
Absolutely. Gladden can't finish, gets his own board. Foul. Byron Gladden will head to the line for two. He's got the 6 points so far. Also the 6 rebounds. Board man.
Absolutely. And that was one of the things that Coach Haywood really wanted to place a premium on this season, is to bring in some size inside. And they certainly have that with Gladden. Not really your sort of traditional big, although far and few of those around these days anyway, right? But
Absolutely.
certainly he's a guy that can play outside, pull up, shoot the three and back down. So just a very sort of dynamic type player. Will serve him well in the championship division.
Stikowski, and one. And a bit of a flex there.
Very nice by Stikowski. Very nice. He's got himself a few, up to 7 points, scoring in a variety of different ways.
I want to point out the kicks there as well are not too bad either.
Yeah. Now Mitch, one of our other commentators, called them the Forrest Gumps. Is that right?
It looks like it.
They are the shoes that he had in Forrest Gump,
Yeah.
converted to a basketball shoe. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh, nice by Kirkman.
Can't finish.
Who
Rag.
got-
Guess who?
Again.
Betson
Nice.
goes out to Rag. Kirkman up top. Tries to get Bradbury with that jab step.
Great defense by Bradbury.
That's a wild one go.
Skandaris. They'll be upset at that, Wyndham. Wyndham, love the...
Mid-range
Oh,
jumper's
McCouk.
good for McCouk.
They look really nice with the handoff and the up screen.
Kirkman, 3 ball. Yep, money.
That looked good from our angle, didn't?
Perfect angle.
Yeah.
We knew that was going in. Sunbury take the lead, 39-36. 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. Big V round 2 action. Malik Miller, can he answer back with one of his own? No. McCouk with the offensive board. Foul. And he'll go to the line.
Great minutes by McCouk, who previously played with the Southwest Slammers in the NBL 1 West.
Same as Xavier Cotton.
Same as Xavier Cotton, yeah. There you go.
Recruiting exclusively from the West at
Yeah.
the moment. Brianna Bailey also from, I think, NBL 1 West as well in the women's. So, yeah. There's 3 elite players that Wyndham have brought in this season, all from the West.
Yeah. Not a bad conference out there.
No, very good conference.
probably, in my view, probably not as good as
The South.
yeah, and then obviously the North, the Queensland teams in the last sort of 5 to 7 years been really impressive, especially Gold Coast and some of those teams up there.
Yeah, the Rollers have had a lot of guys come through. Tanner Krebs, Jason Giddy, those kind of, NBL role players. Todd Blanchfield was there. A lot of superstars coming through Gold Coast the last few years.
Not a bad place to play from in your off season.
No, it'd be all right, wouldn't it? Yeah. You got your 3-park super pass as part of the contract.
Yeah. As Betson checks in.
Gladden back to the line. Timeout Sunbury. 21 seconds to go. What do you thought of the first half?
Yeah, look, not nice and close. There isn't sort of too much that either team are sort of doing wrong. No one's really sort of, Wyndham are doing a pretty good job on York Fraser, and then, Sunbury doing quite well on Miller and Cotton. So defense has been pivotal. Probably, I would say, a lower scoring game than we're used to. Usually some of the other games, at sort of halftime, you're looking sort of mid to high 40s. So definitely defense has been a emphasis on both teams. It's a hard one, Tom. It's really going to come down to the wire, I think, with this one and the minor tweaks that can be made. But yeah, it's been a good competitive game, and I think going into halftime, both coaches you'd think would be relatively happy so far. What do you reckon?
I think so. You think maybe Stuart McMurray would have in the back of his mind that Josh York Fraser hasn't got going yet, and it feels like that's the inevitable. But if Wyndham can keep locking him down, then who knows?
Yeah. Interesting with Wyndham. Obviously they got Bradbury, but not a lot of bigs. And it'll be interesting how they go against some of the teams that have big guys, dangerous big guys, 20 and 10 type guys. Yeah.
You see Miller playing a lot of the 5 there, but maybe slightly undersized, but makes up for it with athleticism. Yeah. But we'll see how that works out. Yeah. Well, Gladden, not your traditional big either by any stretch. And the floor wipe is back at it, and Cotton says, "Give it to me," and he's going to give the young fella a lesson.
McKinnon will be really impressive again this season. Obviously, losing to Wyndham by 1. This guy misses the second. Losing to Wyndham by 1. Oh, beautiful save.
Betson finds Marshall. Wants to go into a horns movement.
A lot of options there. It's with Gladden.
3 on the clock. Forces 1. No good.
I was going to say, is that Rag? But he's on the bench.
He's having a breather. I was going to say, that's the exact situation that you see him in, though.
1 second left. Stuart McMurray's going to draw something up. But yeah, McKinnon, they're always impressive. They lost to Wyndham last season by 1. Won it the year before, and they're bringing back one of the imports that they had in 2023, Nathan Davies, who had a pretty significant injury here in the semi-final in 2023, and he's back in the Big V. So really excited about watching him and watching McKinnon come to Eagle Stadium for some sweet, sweet revenge.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that's the thing. It's never a good feeling after losing a championship, and they will be on a bit of a revenge tour this season, you'd imagine. Yeah. And wouldn't want to be the team in front of them at the moment. Do they play today?
Yeah, they do. Oh, wow. That's an interesting one. So, not yet full time. So, we're in the 4th, but Hume City beating McKinnon 77-64. And we've got 6:44 left in the 4th. That will be hard to come back from. And obviously Hume, we spoke about, Cavion Green, 25 points and how many rebounds? 5 rebounds.
1.2 seconds. Is it going to be a Hail Mary pass, do you reckon, or someone looking to shoot from half
Yeah,
court?
no. Hail Mary. Here we go. Oh.
No.
The execution was good, but Stefkovsky unable to hang on to it.
Takes us to the half time. And Sunbury lead 40-38.
Nice close one, and trust you're enjoying the coverage this evening here at Eagle Stadium, and we'll see you in the second half.
Perfect. Looking forward to it.
All right, welcome back. Back for the second half. Nice close game with Sunbury leading Wyndham 40-38. Let's do this.
The break feels a bit long for these 8:30 tip-offs.
I know, right?
9:30, one half to play still.
Maybe we should have a half-time
Yeah.
warm-up or a nice cut. Unlucky there. And who
Look
else
who it is.
but Rag?
Jeremy Rag.
There's Marshall. See if he can get going here in the second half.
Fraser, here's the man that is going to get going. Yep,
Oh.
there it is. 2 points.
Not much more Macau could have done with that one. Good defense, better offense, as they say, right?
Exactly. Do it. Goes inside, stripped by Gladden. And 2 more points. That leads out to 6 now, 44-38. Big V action from Eagle Stadium. Good crowd, good vibe in here tonight.
Yeah, especially for a first home game. Good attendance. It's Cotton, unlucky there. Gladden, another rebound. York Fraser will look to push. That was a beautiful step back there. He's got to be feeling good about himself. Let's see what he's got. That was pretty.
Kirkman finishes off all of York Fraser's great work there. And he's got himself into 12 points now, which is pretty impressive stuff. Mataika.
Wyndham will want to bounce back here. They'll want that lead getting out more than it needs to be. Look a little bit disorganized to start the second. That's Cotton for 3. It's good.
Impressive stuff from Xavier Cotton. Just the 6 points tonight, but I'm sure he's going to get going in the second half.
Absolutely, and he's just so valuable because he's effective in so many different ways. Defense, rebounding.
The defense chance being led by the injured players on the Wyndham bench. We love to see it.
That's
Guess who? Rag, here he is, cleaning
again,
up.
sloppy from Wyndham.
York
Nice.
Fraser to Kirkman, can't finish. No good. Cotton rebound.
And Sunbury will want that one over again.
That's a really good stop for Wyndham. Here comes McCow.
Let's see if they look for Miller.
Mataika finds Cotton. No good. Rebound by Dutt. McCow, 3 ball. How good is that? Wyndham basketball, 44-46.
And you just feel the energy raising here, and part of it coming from the Wyndham bench.
It's being led by the unavailable players. This is unreal.
I'm enjoying this matchup with Miller and Gladden.
Cotton.
Again, no good.
Can't take the lead. Guess who? Rag cleaning up. Kirkman finds York Fraser. He'll be looking to go to the basket. Lost it. McCow. Chance to tie the game. Oh, stripped by Marshall.
How did he keep that in?
Rag, good pass. Gladden, easy 2.
Good control.
Just holding on to that 4-point buffer again. But it's ticking over. Wyndham looking really locked in now. They look to be slightly lackadaisical to start the second half, but now locked in. Foul.
That's going to be, looks like, on York Fraser. Leading Wyndham, McCown's got 10 points, and Mataika's got 11. And for Sunbury, we've got Kirkman with 12, Gladden up to 11, and Marshall, the captain, sitting on 11.
Mataika. Can't get that one to go. Rebound by Cotton. No foul called. York Fraser comes up with it. The defense chance from the Wyndham bench getting louder and louder. Kirkman, 3 ball, no good.
Wyndham lucky to escape that one.
Guess
He's a
who?
sniper.
Jeremy Rag. Another offensive board.
Shot clock winding down.
2.
York looking to dance.
Oh, threw it away.
That's good defense by Wyndham. McCow looks like he may have been hit in the head. Something happening there.
Small altercation there between Cotton and York Fraser. Words exchanged. Nothing more than that, you'd think.
Just pleasantries, I'm sure.
Wyndham ball. A moment ago, the volume in this joint just went up.
Yeah,
60%, I reckon. And if Wyndham can make something happen here and find a basket, I'm sure the joint's just about to erupt. Mataika taking on the ball handling duties. No good. Cotton can't clean up, no foul.
That's good defense.
Tries to run through Gladden there.
Marshall, Gladden. On-ball screen. That's good defense by Wyndham.
Threw it away.
I think Wyndham escaped that one. Gladden was there camping with no one within a feet of him. But Wyndham were lucky if that point.
That had a highlight dunk written all over it.
If that pass was a little more accurate, it would have certainly been a highlight. And he's, I'm told, one to get a highlight. So game's still young. We might see another throwdown from Gladden. That catch under the basket just went straight up, was nice. Here we go. Was that a block? I think it was.
I think so by Gladden there. Miller couldn't finish. Here comes York Fraser. Very quick. He was throwing that away. That'll be a foul on the floor. Sunbury will retain possession.
Wyndham foul. Sunbury.
It's Kirkman.
Putting together a pretty solid game, Kirkman.
Yeah. As he did last week. Gladden, why not? No good. Missed by a mile. Wyndham looks to push. Mataika. McCalk. Stefkovsky, good fake. He'll shoot for three. We know he can hit him. No good that time. Good ball movement, though, from Wyndham.
Rag's got the 8 boards now and the 4 steals.
Whoa.
Gritty.
It's a nice looking stat sheet.
He's doing all the dirty work tonight.
The Swiss Army knife for the Jets.
York Fraser goes bang. 7-point game now.
And he's fired up, just dancing with him. That's just soul destroying. I mean, that's not bad defense, but that's what he does, right?
He's up to 9 now. Mismatch inside. I wonder if they'll get it to Miller. Some exaggeration on the floor there from York Fraser.
Some theatrics.
He was definitely struggling with Miller inside there. So
yeah.
Smart play to foul him there, and
definitely
Wyndham will reset.
We see first minutes for Zach Martinez. And Skinderis also checking in for Sunbury.
Still trying to get it going tonight, Skinderis. 2 points. He's taking a few shots. Calc, no good.
Good board by Skinderis. The Grinches. A couple of Kobe Grinches out there.
Yep, the old reverse Grinch.
Yeah, reverse Grinch. sorry. Mitch would be disappointed.
Yep. They're a nice shoe though, aren't they?
Outside of my price range.
Oh yeah, same here.
About 300 if you can get them.
Oh,
who else but
Jeremy Ragg. Oh no, he's blown the lane.
Stay with it, Jeremy. Excellent.
Now that's just stat padding right there. He's got his own offensive board, and then he still finishes with the points anyway.
You could just see him put his head down. I'm glad he stayed with it, got the finish. He deserved it. Been playing so hard tonight. Unlucky there between Stefkovsky and Miller.
Now this is a dangerous position for Wyndham. They're down 9, and Sunbury have the ball. 3 minutes to go in the third. Timeout, probably a good call at this stage of the game.
And Sunbury just look nice and fluid in their offense, don't they? Really moving it, getting it through hands. starting with their defense, obviously, and York starting to dance. York Fraser starting to dance a little bit. Always dangerous.
Yep.
You're quite right, and that's a good time out there because down by 9, still anyone's game, but you don't want it to get away from you at this point.
Wyndham will really be desperate for a stop and a basket in the next couple of plays. You know, because 9, you know, they're threatening to kind of push that out. If Sunbury go on a 6-0 run in this next couple of minutes, out to 15, but then vice versa, Wyndham could cut it back to 3. It's 9's such a dangerous number for a lead to be at. I believe Bradbury was about to check in, so we'll probably see more from him. Players called back out. Eagle Stadium here tonight. Nice cold night in Werribee.
Yep. Good turnout for the first home game of the season for the men and the women.
Yeah, it's been a good turnout tonight.
And you said you were following the youth, is that right? The Wyndham youth, were you here for the last game? No?
So I'll be doing a bit of court announcing tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
Tomorrow, that should be fun. Looking forward to it.
Are we going to hear a defense? No.
4-3.
Skandaris.
Gladden.
Oh, nice
Rag.
pass.
Can't finish. Bradbury. Stikowski. Here he comes. Wyndham desperate for a bucket. Miller.
Hand off. Mataika. That's good defense by Sunbury. 7 seconds. Let's see what Cotton's got.
Oh!
Throws out a prayer and lets the Sunbury bench know about it. I don't know if he drew it up like that. I don't know if Stuart McMurray drew it up like that, but they'll take it. And we see the adjustment that Coach McMurray made. We're going to a zone. So let's see how this works for him with York Fraser on the bench.
Buffer. Skandaris. Can't answer back. Miller, board.
Taker looks to bring it up. A few guys that can play the 1 for Wyndham.
Yep.
Stikowski, he can shoot it, create some space.
Checks out Mataika. Finds Miller, 3 ball, it's off. It's a wild one. Gladden. Finds Skandaris.
Just settles it to Gladden. Goes in, takes the bump, and one.
And 1 bucket. That's tough.
And he loves it, and we love it. Beautiful finish. That is tough.
Now a chance to push it back to that 9-point margin.
It's Dylan Chain checking in. First minutes of the game for Rag. Let's see how they use him in this zone.
Some more size off the Sunbury bench. Free throw's no good. Miller comes up with the board and see what Mataika can create here for Wyndham. 1 minute 20 remaining in the third. It was fouled there. Stikowski.
And it's a shooting foul.
Shooting foul, interesting. I think, yeah, fair enough.
Could go either way.
Yeah, 50-50 and...
not debating it.
No. No need for debate. It's the outcome Wyndham need here to go to the line.
No good from Stikowski. As Sunbury up 55-47 with 1 minute 11 seconds left, and Stikowski unfortunately misses both. Marshall looks to push.
Gladden leading all scorers with 15.
Started slow but dominant pretty much since the second quarter. As Wyndham get the ball back with Mataika, looking to push. Nothing there, he'll settle it, get it through some hands.
Strip.
Marshall with the steal.
Oh.
And fouls Marshall. Just looking a little disorganised there on the floor, Wyndham, last couple of plays.
McKeown will check back in for Mataika. Zach Martinez inbounding duty to his skipper, Nick Marshall. No. Nathan Marshall.
Hits the three. Can't let him have too many.
Yep.
It's good pressure by Sunbury once again. The Tiger dives on the floor. And it could be a jump ball. Possession arrow, Sunbury. Out to 11. Dangerous. And just that psychological element, right? Of going into, potentially going into the fourth.
Down double figures.
Yeah. Wyndham back to a man.
Nathan Marshall being hounded by McKeown. Kicks out to Martinez.
It's good defense there. They'll live with that. And another 1.6 second Hail Mary.
No good from McKeown. All right, that wraps up three quarters. Sunbury Jets lead 58, Wyndham 47. Here we go.
And we're back. Sunbury blowing it out a little. 58-47 as we go into the fourth, but still anyone's game here.
Nothing too large yet.
Yeah.
11 points, especially in the big V, is not a massive lead, but it's definitely a relatively comfortable one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We've got some snipers there on Wyndham, so they can.
Miller can't finish. Bradbury can't finish.
Maybe a push in the back there. But
yeah. Martinez decides to give it up to Marshall. He'll go all the way. Yep. And they open the account for the fourth. McKeown bringing it up for Wyndham. Goes inside to Miller, being guarded by Gladden. This has been a fun matchup all night.
Absolutely. That's good defense. Skinderis helping. A bit of a wild shot. Good defense by Skinderis and Gladden on Miller, keeping him relatively quiet.
Just the 6 points tonight, but he's got the 12 boards as well, so you know what they say, board man.
Yeah.
And we're going to need the clean team to come over and fix up a bit of a mess here.
Shout out to the Wyndham juniors.
Yeah, shout out to them. They could have a bit of showtime during the breaks as well, is good. And yeah, doing a good job. Real enthusiastic about it.
Yeah. And Cotton starts on the bench. He won't be on there long.
No, you wouldn't imagine so. It's going to take some Cotton magic to get Wyndham home in this one. 9 points, 10 rebounds. Yeah, it's been a interesting game though.
It'll be interesting as the season progresses where sort of Sunbury, where they're at, you know. Are they a top 4 team? Are they sort of middle of the pack? You know, last year I think they were 9 from 12, so not super competitive, but it's one of those leagues where, even we're looking at last season, I know we've had some movements, but apart from the bottom 2 teams, anyone can sort of beat anyone. It's just one of those.
Yeah, one of those sort of leagues.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's great.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want in any you know, semi-professional or professional league.
Yeah.
Is anyone can beat anyone on any given night. I think that's the reason that the NBL has such
just
great
about
growth.
Well, yeah. I think we can do that. We can bring it back to the NBL here and there. You know, we're big fans. Absolutely. I mean, even Cairns beating Melbourne United.
Yeah, Cairns beat Illawarra a couple of times as well. So both grand final teams, and they finished on the bottom. But back to the action. Gladden to Skanderis. Feeds inside.
It's Chain.
Chain going to work.
The 2 big fellas.
Can't finish. A couple of 7-footers out there. Oh, no. Threw it away. Unfortunately, Bradbury and Adut were not on the same page there, and it could be a costly turnover for Wyndham.
Yeah, they can't afford many mistakes.
No.
Down by 13 with 8:50 left.
Sunbury just ticking along as well.
Yeah. They're executing well.
Skanderis.
That's good defense. They'll live with that. McCallick, 3.
No good. Bradbury clean up. Yep.
Excellent. Right place, right time. Soft hands.
His first points for the night to go along with 5 rebounds.
I would like to see Wyndham work through him in the post. He's got a nice passing game. Maybe they can get some backdoor cuts and spread the Sunbury defense a little. Oh, nice little pass there. And it's going to be a charge. It's going to be a charge.
Wyndham let off the hook here. Charge, no basket.
And Marshall doesn't like it.
And here he is, the X-Man.
Kirkman. Absolutely. He's had a good game. Kirkman with 12 points.
Xavier Cotton checks back in now, 9 points, 10 rebounds. Let's see if he can add to his account in the final 8 minutes. Still game up for grabs here.
See if they can get this man going.
McCouk has thrown it away, and it'll be Sunbury ball. Just good enough defense there from Nathan Marshall, who's just led by example all night, the captain of Sunbury. An impressive game across the board. Good
defender. I don't know how many steals he has, but definitely causing some issues. 3 steals. Just takes it. Nice little lob pass. Gladden.
Oh, in and out. That could have been the killing blow there.
Just takes his time. Pivots. That's good defense by Gladden. He does a little flex. It's Martinez. Kirkman.
Sent back by Malik Miller.
Good defense, just straight up by Miller. York Frazier checking back in for Martinez. It's not going to get any easier for Wyndham. Nope. Checking in for Marshall, the captain. Well-earned rest.
York Fraser. Kicks up the top. Gladden. Gives back to York Fraser. Is he going alone here? Is he creating? We don't know. Goes by himself. Oh, massive shot.
Not a lot you can do about that.
York Fraser, nothing you can do about that. And that is, I bet you he's loving that because he loves, you know what? I think he loves playing in front of the away fans. He enjoys it.
Certainly last week he looked like he was giving it to the Bellarine faithful. Oh, Miller responds.
Malik Miller. Not bad there. Still an 11-point game, 7 minutes to go. Bradbury gets the board. Stikowski.
And Wyndham don't need to rush anything, just execution and good shots.
Cotton. Can't finish. Bradbury can. That's a goaltend.
Can it.
York Fraser having some stern words with his teammates there.
And back down to 9.
Oh, strip. McKeown with a fourth steal for the night. Showtime!
And just like that, 7-point game. Thunderous jam. How pretty was that sequence?
Unreal lob from McKeown to Miller.
And Wyndham fans up and about. The energy is just through the roof now.
York Fraser kicks out to Gladden. Gladden puts up a 3. No good. Scanderis finds the board. Gladden more comfortable going inside. Blocked by Bradbury.
Great D by Bradbury, and it's out of bounds.
Wyndham ball. Boy, oh boy. Signs of life from Wyndham here. A make on this possession would be huge.
Still plenty of time left.
Absolutely. Stikowski. That's tipped out by York Fraser. He's gone over the Victoria University sign in the corner there. Who put a sign there?
14 seconds left.
Plenty of time. No need to rush here.
Gladden's done a good job here. Offense not as crisp as Coach McMurray would have liked this late in the game. With the game on the line, they're just not really working it through many hands, and it looks a little stagnant compared to Sunbury throughout the third and the fourth, just really whizzing that ball around. But appropriate timeout here.
Yep, makes
down
sense.
to 7. See what they got. And a few results from this evening and some other champ men games. So we've got RMIT. Nice start to their championship division campaign, beating Camberwell 92-80. Keysborough beating Shepparton 93-78. And Hume, they'll be tough this season. Too good for McKinnon, 100-88.
We were just talking earlier about the McKinnon Revenge Tour, and looks like Hume's up for the fight.
Yeah.
They had an impressive week last week against Sunbury.
Yeah.
As well,
definitely.
by a lot.
It might be too early. I mean, the second for me to say this, it's only the second round. The second round's not even over yet, but I don't know. Maybe Hume, the team to beat this
Very
season.
early.
I will say there's no way they're not top 4. I'm looking at the roster. I'm confident in that, especially with the addition of Cavillon Green. Going for 30. Oh, my. 30 and 9.
All right, 5.5 to go. 7-point ball game here at Eagle Stadium.
30 and 7, sorry for Cavillon Green. All right, here we go. 5:30 left.
Marshall finds Rag. Kirkman up top. Marshall will look to penetrate. Can't. Kicks out. Back out to Kirkman. Almost loses the dribble. 6 seconds on the clock. Marshall, timely basket, can't find it. McCown can't get the rebound. Bradbury.
Bradbury, some solid minutes.
York Fraser can't finish. Cotton with the board. Just another rebound for Xavier Cotton, number 11. He's got 11 and 11, double-double. Impressive stuff inside Malik Miller.
Need Miller to get going. Spins, up and under. Oh, no good. Great D by Gladden.
He's been impressive, hasn't he, Gladden?
Very much so. On both ends of the floor as York Fraser stops, pops. Too good. And he's fired up.
9-point game. McCow, good enough to go to the hole. No, blows the layup. York Fraser off to the races.
Super explosive.
Finishes.
On
Back out to 11 points. Wyndham needs something to go their way. Miller. Quick possession, ends in a timely basket for Wyndham. Looks like Mataika is getting ready to come back into the game. York Fraser finds another one.
Just too good, York Fraser. Too quick.
Oh no, turnover. Here comes Sunbury. Kirkman kicks out York Fraser. Unreal.
That is pretty.
I think York Fraser just called game there.
Just excellent execution by Sunbury on both ends of the floor and able to capitalise in big moments. And Wyndham, they've been solid but shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here late in the fourth. Let's see if they can respond.
York Fraser up to 18 now. So he was never going to stay down for long. As Thanos says, I am inevitable. And he's come out. He's at 18. 4 rebounds, 2 steals to go with it. Jeremy Ragg, 6 points, 10 rebounds, 4 steals, doing all the dirty work, really impressive. But Byron Gladden as well, probably the performer of the game for Sunbury, I've thought. 15 points and 13 rebounds with a steal and a block to go along with that. Really even spread from Wyndham.
Yeah.
You know, no one really sticking out and putting the team on his back, and yeah. Still 3:40 to go. You know, they're down but not out.
Yeah.
But it's very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gladden's done a good job on Miller, who's a tough matchup for anyone.
Yeah, Miller, 11 points, 12 rebounds. Pretty impressive performance from him. All right. So if you're in Coach McMurray's shoes right now, who's creating this big play?
Look, I think they have to do it by committee. Just have to sort of chip away, get it. I want to see it. I want more control and getting it through some more hands, swinging it, and looking for any good shot at this stage. I feel like the ball's been a little stagnant at times here in the fourth. And another turnover by Wyndham.
Kirkman stolen by Mataika.
But to answer your question, Mataika's had the hot hand.
Yeah. There he is. Speak of it. Oh, he's blown the lay.
Commentator's curse.
Yep. Nathan Marshall fouled there.
Wyndham looking to press a little bit, but that's what happens in a press.
Rag.
Goes beautiful. Speed and athleticism. Nice little touch off the glass there by Rag.
Mataika for 3 in the corner. Yep. Nothing but net there. 61-73. 2 minutes 47 to go in the last.
Marshall steadies the troops. They'll want to work the clock down.
York Fraser's looking for the killing blow. Goes into that jump step.
Handoff.
Finds Rag. Yeah, Jeremy Ragg has had a really impressive game.
Yeah. Very much so. Started in the second quarter with those hustle plays and, able to get a few buckets. How many here for Jeremy Ragg? He's up to, I think that will be 10 points now.
Yeah, he's up to 10 now, yeah.
And just, yeah, right place, right time.
10 points, 10 rebounds, 4 steals. It's a good Supercoach score.
Yeah. And I think Sunbury will get it back here.
Just looking down at the box score at the moment, just the key contributions from all the starters. You got 20 points from York Fraser, you got 16 from Marshall, 10 from Ragg, 12 from Kirkman, 15 from Gladden. The benches only need to score the 2 points, which is insane.
You'd be pretty happy as a coach just to see the spread, everyone contributing, all your starters. Definitely. That's a good point.
Good contributions from the Wyndham starters as well, but obviously they don't have the depth right now with the injuries, and maybe it was a bit of fatigue that's come into this one, and Sunbury have been too good of a side to let that opportunity slip as they push it out to 15 points, 2.5 minutes to go. One more at the line for York Fraser is good. 77-61, 2 minutes 30 to go.
And York Fraser has come up big in big moments here in the second half. He'd be a killer to guard. Just, you think you're all over him, and steps back and drains the three. Very hard.
Can't finish. Miller brings the board down and foul.
Good board by Miller. That's 13 rebounds for Miller. And I've obviously not been a great fourth quarter for Wyndham, but I've really appreciated Bradbury's minutes here in the fourth.
Yeah, he was good, very solid, you know. So big. Mataika bringing the ball up. It's out to David Dewitt. No. Seems like Sunbury have just found all the answers tonight. Yeah. York Fraser being hounded by Stokowski, but that'll be a foul. And Sunbury will keep possession.
Checking in Jack Betson. Yeah, they have. They've had the answers. They obviously returned 7 guys and just seemed very poised and in control, especially when Wyndham made that run halfway through the fourth. There's Kirkman up top. Little hand off to York Fraser. No, back to Marshall. He'll take it.
Can't finish. Kirkman cleans up. 79-61. This one's getting out of reach now. Well, it is out of reach probably at this point. But let's see what Wyndham can come up with in this last minute and a half. Mataika. Almost stripped Miller. The foul will be called on Joseph Daly.
And Wyndham has it on the side. Let's see if they can close the gap a little.
Looks like Dylan Shane's going to check in, and that'll be it for Cooper Kirkman tonight. A great performance across the board from him.
Yeah, another strong showing for Kirkman.
The whole starting lineup really showed out tonight for Sunbury. McCall inbounds to Mataika. Finds back to McCall. He was looking to fire. Feeds Miller inside. Mid-range, no good. Shane with the rebound, and Marshall ends up with it. Pushes it into the front court.
Good hands.
He was looking for York Fraser in the corner there for a nice highlight play, but cut off by McCall.
As they do it, checks in.
Looks like Sunbury are emptying the bench, and Wyndham are trying to, but no real availability to do so.
Yeah. There's Daniel Soul for Sunbury checking in, getting his first minutes. Jack Betson. Spin move. Oh, a nice little scoop layup.
And all of a sudden it's out at 20. 1 minute to play. Really liking what I've seen from Lizelle Mataika tonight.
Yeah.
And can't finish there.
Stefkovsky, that's a 3.
Foul on the 3. 4-point play.
And he's a bit of a sniper.
You feel after this group get a few more games under their belt, you know, as a unit, they can definitely do some good things this season.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be a fun season, I think.
Yeah, they've got some good pieces. Obviously a whole new team. It was always going to be difficult to start with, but, I mean, they've got the talent there, and you kind of have to remember, I mean, they're playing with 8 guys. It's just hard to fathom, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously 2 losses start the season, not the way Stuart McMurray would have drawn it up, but it's hard to do with 8 guys, and they're showing some glimpses of some real potential here. And it's a long season.
Darley kicks to Betson. Looks to go by himself. No. And it's going to come off him. No. It'll remain with Sunbury. Salt inbound. 35 left on the clock. Turns it over.
Here's Dutt. Nice little hezzy.
Oh, highlight play. David Dutt says, if we're getting anything out of this game, we're getting a highlight.
Yes. And he had a couple of nice dunks in the game versus Keysborough. That was pretty. Just a little hesitation. Caught the defender slipping. Took another dribble. Boom. I'm looking forward to seeing that this season. I think we'll get a few more of those by David Dutt.
There's a lot of athleticism in this squad. There's a lot of highlight opportunities. Free throw's good. Cuts it to 13, 28 seconds. Here comes Zach Martinez. Throws the rock away. Mataika comes up with it.
Stefkovsky for 3. Looks good.
Oh, 10-point game. Oh, stripped again. Stefkovsky. 7-point game. 10 seconds to go. Timeout. Sunbury. A little bit of life there. Now, that was fun.
Look, I respect the hustle, and a lot of respect for Wyndham. Continue to play hard till the last minute, and you know, the Wyndham faithful will be happy with the fact, whilst not winning, the fact that they've continued to play hard.
They didn't give up. It was 20 points. It was 20 points about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So late run from Wyndham. Really impressive stuff. You love to see that. The coaches will be stoked with that kind of effort in the last couple of minutes.
One of the coaches, at least. Maybe not Coach Hayward, which...
no, not at all.
When it's going to be close. It always is, and it could come down to percentages. So I don't think that's lack of effort by Sunbury. Just a few sloppy plays there, and Wyndham continuing to grind.
So there's 10 seconds left in this one. Crazier things have happened. No. 7 points in 10 seconds is the equation. Sunbury ball.
Need a Chris Golding type player. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
The NBL's version of Reggie Miller.
Yep, good old Reggie. Sniper.
Stefkovsky with a couple of sweet triples.
Sunbury choose to advance the ball. Smart. Take it into their front court. No shot clock. Rag back in the game. He stepped out there, and the referees missed that one. His foot was just about on our desk here. That wraps up that one. Sunbury too good. 81-74. Any closing comments from you?
No, look, obviously I'm glad that it was only a 7-point game, because it was getting a little out of hand, and you know, people would have seen the box score, and if it read sort of 15-20, that's not indicative of where this game was. It was a close game. Just Sunbury were too good, too deep. Their starters came to play, and you know, they were able to execute down low in the fourth, and just too good for Wyndham. 7
points feels right.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. And Tom, next game for Wyndham will be playing McKinnon on Saturday, the 12th of April. That will be a big one. And for Sunbury, Saturday, they host Shepparton. So tune in then.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be a good season for Big V basketball.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been a pleasure. And Tom and Julian, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.